All right, now it's time to start capping our building here. We're going to be putting a roof on it. First thing we're going to talk about a little bit is to talk about different roof types. The main couple roof types that we have to worry about or look at coming around here are, or terminology, piece of terminology is this here, which is called a gable end. So that point goes up. This one here is called a cross gable because it's got a gable here and a gable here. Just straight slant, and then that wall goes all the way up. The other type that we see a lot is called a hip roof. So these are all moving up, going towards the center. So this cross hip is going across towards the center too. These two are the main ones here. Once in a while you have a lean-to that'll go like over the top of a fireplace. Flat roofs are more modern designed. Gambrel looks like a barn roof. And a mansard is a roof that has multiple pitches. It's a hip roof with a couple different pitches, or that angle that this goes up. So we are going to be designing our roof according to we're going to put a gable on it, and we're going to put a hip on it. So we're going to design both of those types of roofs, and we'll be able to turn them off and see which one we like better. So if I come over here, next thing we got to talk about is our overhang on our roof. So here's my exterior wall. Here's the amount that the roof goes over the top of your wall, goes past your wall. The overhang does two things. One, it stops rain from driving in and getting in at this top corner and going behind and rotting your wall out. The other thing that the overhang is doing is it's taking care of your sunlight. So in the summertime, the sun is higher up in the air and it's hitting here and it puts a shadow on your window, which doesn't let the sunlight warm up the inside of your house. When it's lower angle, winter time, if these are south-facing windows, the sun angle will come in, it'll come in your window, and it'll warm your house up. So it's called passive solar heating. So that overhang will adjust for passive solar heating. A couple different things that we're talking about here. The overhang is sometimes called the eaves, dormers coming out of the roof. Here's a hip, here's a gable. The top is a ridge where two roofs come together and they form a crease. It's a valley. And that kind of gives you an idea there. The soffit is underneath that eave there, or the overhang. We have a couple different ways to, let's see, this one here. We have a couple different ways to frame roofs. So traditional roof trusses, so they build these things. You see them going up all over the place on all the houses. They look like they have big W's all over the place. That's a roof truss. On that roof truss, there's a board at the bottom. There's a board that goes to the top to form the pitch of the roof. And we talk about pitch as rise over run. So a 312 pitch means it goes up 3 inches and it goes over 12 inches. Or up 3 feet and over 12 feet. So that's how we get the angle of a roof. It's on a ratio basis. This one here, if you notice, the insulation up on the roof stops right here. Over the top of your wall, you have in where we're at, you have a cold corner or a hot corner right here. So what they did was they took this top cord or this top board, it's called a cord, and they raised that top cord up. And so they put bottom cord here, top cord goes up. And they can raise it high enough that you can get insulation all the way out over the top of this wall. And that's called an energy heel. So we're going to set that stuff up with our roof types and going forward. So that's a little basis on the roofs. The next video is we're going to start designing our